Good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to discuss about bladder irrigation under meeting needs of patient. What is meant by bladder irrigation? Bladder irrigation or wash is defined as washing of the urinary bladder directly by a stream of solution into the bladder through the urinary meatus by means of a catheter tubing and funnel. Okay, by means of a catheter tubing and funnel. Bladder irrigation or wash is defined as washing of the urinary bladder directly by a stream of solution. We use the solution to clean that urinary bladder, okay, into the bladder through the urinary meatus by means of a catheter tubing and funnel, through any catheter tubing or a funnel. Okay, what is the purpose of bladder irrigation or bladder wash? If any bacteria or any mucus or any pus occurs, may be deposited in the bladder, it may be decomposed that bladder and it may be gets infection, so we cleanse that bladder with the solution. Okay, and after that to medicate the lining of the bladder of antiseptic irrigation. And next, if any surgery or a preoperative measure to prepare the bladder, we must cleanse the urinary bladder with a solution. And if any pain and congestion or any inflammatory conditions or any cystitis are there, we must clean that bladder. And after that, any clotting, bleeding, in that time also, to arrest the bleeding and prevent clotting of blood, bladder irrigation or wash must be done. What are the solutions used for this bladder irrigation are normal saline 0.9% and boric acid solution 2% and sterile water and acetic acid 1:4000 to treat pseudomonas infections, acetic acid. And after that, sodium nitrate 1:8000 to prevent clot formation and potassium magnate, acriflavine, silver nitrate, mercury compounds in lower concentration. Okay, these are the solutions which are used for bladder irrigation. And after that, general instructions are the temperature of the solution needed for cleaning purpose, body temperature is enough, and the temperature of the solution needed for therapeutic purpose ranging from 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we must to for cleansing that we must use any solutions, above solutions, to clean that bladder. What are the methods of administration? It's a tubing method or funnel or rubber tubing or Y connection or a asepto syringe and a open method. Okay, what is the definition of the bladder irrigation? To flush out the urinary bladder with a liquid. Okay, by using of any liquid or any solutions, we flush out that urinary bladder. Okay, normal saline, boric acid, sterile water, acetic acid and silver nitrate and any mercury compounds. What are the main purpose? To clean the bladder from decomposed urine, bacteria, excess of mucus, pus and blood clots, and to relieve congestion and pain, and to maintain the patency of the urinary catheter, to prevent the clot formation, to promote healing, to prevent and treat infections, and to arrest bleeding. Okay, these are the purposes of bladder irrigation. And after that, what are the solutions? Sterile water, normal saline, glucose solutions, boric acid, potassium permanganate, silver nitrate and acetic acid. What are the general instructions for cleaning that bladder irrigation? Should not be done without written order. Okay, we must ask physician about this bladder irrigation. As far as possible, bladder irrigation are to be avoided, and irrigating the urinary system is by internal irrigation. And afterly, if the fluid flows easily into the bladder but fails to return, there is a clot over the eye of the catheter. And we must follow strict aseptic techniques All the articles that are used for the irrigation must be sterile, and wash hands before and after the procedure. And after that, maintain an accurate records of the amount of fluid used for irrigation and the total amount of urinary drainage, and if the total amount of urinary drainage to find out the amount of urine secreted by the kidneys. And salt restricted patient use dextrose 5% solution instead of normal saline. And after that, record the procedure on the nurse's record with date and time. Okay, and including the purpose, amount, and kind of the solution used. What the solution you are used, that solution also you must record it in the nurse's record. Okay, if bleeding takes place, stop the procedure and inform to the doctor. While you're giving this bladder irrigation, if any bleeding takes place, stop that procedure in that place and you inform to the doctor. And the color of the drainage should be checked and recorded. And okay, what are the articles required for bladder irrigation? Mainly a clean tray containing gloves, towel, Macintosh, and three-way retention catheter. There may be three-way retention catheter, sterile drainage tubing, sterile antiseptic swab, infusion tubing, kidney tray, and IV stand. And in procedure, preliminary assessment to check doctor's order for specific precautions and instructions, and we must assess the condition of the patient and diagnosis of the patient and self-care ability of the patient. And we know mental status of the patient and articles available in the unit. First we have to check these all, okay, articles available in the unit. After that, preparation of the patient and environment. How to prepare the patient? How to prepare the patient? Explain the sequence of the procedure and arrange the articles at the bedside. Provide privacy to the patient and comfortable position, and Macintosh place under the buttocks. Okay, this is the preparation of the patient before giving that bladder irrigation. What are the equipments? Sterile catheterization pack. This is very important. Sterile catheterization pack and funnel tubing 3 feet. And after that, screw clip, a small mug or pint measures to pour solution, and thermometer kept in antiseptic solution in a bottle if available. Medication if ordered. Bucket for emptying the return flow, or litmus paper. Or litmus paper is nothing but blue litmus paper, red litmus paper, you know, in physics. Litmus paper. What is the procedure? Wash hands thoroughly and wear gloves and empty the bladder, keeping outlet of catheter uncontaminated. After urine withdrawal, attach glass connection tube and funnel to the catheter. First we have to wash our hands thoroughly and wear gloves, and after that empty the bladder, keeping outlet of catheter uncontaminated. Okay, and after urine withdrawal, we must attach the glass connection tubing and funnel to the catheter. After that, place a one bucket or any kidney tray and hold the funnel lowered with one hand. With other hand, pour 75 to 100 ml of solution along sides of the funnel. And after that, raise the tube and keep the funnel 30 centimeters above bed level. Never allow the funnel to be empty. Lower the funnel and slowly invert it over the bucket. Repeat the procedure until the return flow is clear. Okay. At the end of the procedure, we must clamp the tubing and disconnect glass connection, tubing and funnel. Gently remove catheter completely. And after that, connect it to the drainage bag and we assess that amount of fluid withdrawn and what is the color order we must check and handle to the physician. Okay, after bladder irrigation, provide catheter care, remove Macintosh and position the patient comfortably, and discard all the disposable articles, clean and replace reusable articles, and wash hands. Cover the patient with bed sheets, replace the articles after cleaning. Record the procedure and observations in the nurse's record sheet. Okay, this is the bladder irrigation procedures. What is bladder irrigation? Washing of the urinary bladder directly by a stream of solution into the bladder through the urinary meatus by means of a catheter tubing and funnel. Okay, and what are the articles required for this, and general instructions, solutions used for this urinary bladder irrigation we know. To flush out the urinary bladder with a liquid or a solution. Okay, what are the solutions required? Normal saline, boric acid, sterile water, acetic acid, silver nitrate. And after that, elimination. What is elimination? Elimination is the complete removal or destruction of something. The expulsion of waste from body is known as elimination. Elimination is the complete removal or destruction of something. Nothing but elimination of waste products from the kidney through anus is known as elimination. The expulsion of waste from body is known as elimination. Nothing but bowel elimination. Defecation is the expulsion of feces from the anus and the rectum. It is also called a bowel movement. Okay, and after that, what is the definition? It is also known as defecation. Bowel elimination is a natural process critical to human functioning in which body excretes waste products of digestion. It is an essential component of the healthy body functioning. After digestion, our body needs only good products. That means any proteins or vitamins that will be absorbed by the body, and other waste material which we take in the food that will be going outside through the kidneys. These kidneys are helpful to eliminate these all waste from the body. Okay, what is the process of defecation? Defecation process. Peristalsis means the rhythmic contractions of intestinal smooth muscle that facilitate defecation. Peristalsis movement. Peristalsis moves fiber, water, and nutritional waste along the ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid colon toward the rectum. With the help of ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid colon, which are present in the large intestine in the stomach, these all are helpful to remove all waste materials through peristalsis toward the rectum. Okay, peristalsis become even more active during eating also. While eating, the peristalsis movement also. Elimination. Elimination is the complete removal or destruction of something, or the expulsion of waste from body is known as elimination. And this is also known as defecation. Defecation is the expulsion of feces from the anus and the rectum. It is also called a bowel movement. Okay, the peristaltic waves move the feces into the sigmoid colon and the rectum. The sensory nerves in the rectum are stimulated and the individual becomes aware of the need to defecate. Okay, this is the process of how the person aware of the need to defecate. Okay, defecation reflex. When parasympathetic stimulation occurs, the internal anal sphincter relaxes and the colon contract. And after that, the fecal mass in the rectum will be stimulated. When the rectum is distended, the intrarectal pressure rises, the defecation reflex is stimulated by the muscle stretch and the desire to eliminate results. Okay, what is the process of defecation? These all in large intestine. Okay, these all are occur in large intestine. Peristalsis means the rhythmic contractions of intestine, smooth muscle that facilitate defecation, movement of bowel. Okay, peristalsis moves fiber, water and nutritional waste along the ascending, transverse, descending and sigmoid colon toward the rectum. Peristalsis become even more active during eating. Peristalsis become even more active during eating. What are the factors promoting bowel elimination? What are the factors promoting bowel elimination? In bowel elimination, there may be stress-free environment. If emotional stress, and if the person may have emotional stress or any anxiety or depression, the person may affect the body in many ways, mainly decrease the intestinal motility resulting in constipation. In such a persons, they must free from the stress, and they recommended to eat high rich fiber diet. Okay, and after that normal fluid intake will be increases. Normally the persons may take fluid 8 hours, 8 glasses per day. And exercise also, or any meditation exercises will also helpful to promote urge to defecate. And squatting positions and laxatives, use of laxatives, that means milk of magnesia. The purpose of milk of magnesia is it loosen the or soften the stools. Okay, and these are the how the factors promoting bowel elimination: stress free environment, high fiber diet, normal fluid intake, exercise, squatting position and laxatives. What are the factors affecting bowel elimination? Age and development. What is the factors affecting bowel elimination? Age and development. There is a marked difference between the stools of an infant and an older person. The very young are unable to control elimination until the neuromuscular system is developed. Usually between the ages 2 to 3 years, they are unable to control that elimination. The daily patterns, which include frequency, timing consideration, position. If a person upset, if a place changes, the person routine may also changes. So place changes also, some persons are not get to defecate. Okay, and actually leads to constipation. And after that, lifestyles. Many individuals, family, socio-cultural variables influences a person usual elimination habits. The long-term effect of bowel training, the availability of toilet facilities, embarrassment about the orders and need to privacy also affect the fecal elimination patterns. And after that, both the type and amount of fluid ingested affect elimination. Healthy fecal elimination is facilitated by a daily intake of 2000 to 3000 ml. If a person may drink less plenty of water, the person may also get constipation. And the person may recommended to take 2000 to 3000 ml of water. And activity and muscle tone. Regular exercises improves gastrointestinal movement. So that may be, while inactivity decreases both. Okay, if inactivated person, that may affect that constipation, and gastrointestinal motility also decreases, peristalsis movements also decreases. So because of that, regular exercise is very important for the person who have constipation. And the diaphragm, perineal muscles, abdominal muscles, these tone will be increased. okay, and it is essential to case of defecation. And after that, pathological conditions, that means any injuries or any mobility, impaired mobility limits the patient's ability to respond to the urge to defecate. And some persons have ribbon like stools in appearance is due to tumor in the colon. And what are the medications for this? Milk of magnesia to treat or to loosen or soften the stools. And in medications, narcotic analgesics cause constipation by decreased gastrointestinal mobility. And after that, diagnostic procedure, barium salts used in radiologic examinations. It hardens if allowed to remain in the colon, producing constipation and sometimes an impaction. And after that, surgery and anesthesia. Direct manipulation of the bowel during abdominal surgery inhibits peristalsis. If any surgery or any anesthesia, the person may leads to inhibits the peristalsis movements and causing a condition as constipation. Okay, because of inhibit peristaltic movements by blocking the parasympathetic impulses. And what are the irritants? Spicy foods and bacterial toxins, poisons can irritate the intestinal tract and produce diarrhea and often large amount of flatus. Pain. The patient who are experience discomfort when defecating following hemorrhoids, pain, and the surgery will often suppress to the urgent to defecate to avoid that pain. Okay, these are the factors affecting bowel elimination: age and development, daily patterns, lifestyle, fluids, and after that, activity and muscle tone, psychological factors, pathological conditions, medications, diagnostic procedures, surgery, and anesthesia, and any irritants. Pain may also cause constipation. What are the factors promoting bowel elimination? Stress-free environment, high fiber diet, normal fluid intake, exercise, squatting positions, and laxatives. Okay, thank you. In after classes, we are discussed about common problems in bowel elimination. Okay, thank you, everyone.